Everybody. 14 in Illinois.
Ooh.
So is.
Good morning, everybody.
I'm over here reading the cool weather everybody's having this morning.
It's kind of cool in Alabama.
Yep, I was up before 6, and when I looked, it was either 26 or 28. I can't remember.
Needless to
Needless
say,
to say,
this
it's
is
cold.
the hardest frost
The coldest day of the year, too, by
that
far.
we've had.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's too bad Thanksgiving and this coming up Thursday because those collards would be that much better.
That's right.
Isn't that what they say?
That's what they
After
say.
the first frost, then
or any frost.
oh, I gotta say it. November the 30th at 8
Mhm.
o'clock on a Saturday morning. Sorry, I almost got distracted.
But
Hello from Birmingham,
It
Alabama.
was quite cold this morning.
Yes, it was. It was. I had a toboggan on, so my hair kind of looks like a toboggan line when I went out this morning. Everybody's been taken care of and fed on this cold morning. If I was outside and felt a little chilly, I would want my breakfast early.
That's
So,
true.
Everybody's had their breakfast. Look at there, Chestnut Hills.
Chestnut Hills.
Nick and Zoe, how are y'all this morning?
They said roll tide, roll tide.
Roll tide.
Show is.
How about that? May the best team win.
Talking about Thanksgiving, I hope everybody had the most wonderful Thanksgiving
ever. Were you waiting on me to say ever?
No, I was going to say yesterday, but it wasn't yesterday. It's the day before yesterday.
I tell you, I have been messed up this week. Yesterday was Saturday all day long.
It was all day.
All day. Actually,
no,
Thursday was Saturday to me.
Yeah.
It felt like it anyway.
Yeah.
But yes, hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hope none of you ended up in the ER because you ate too much.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend, I'm not naming any names, but she ended up in the ER.
Eating too much?
Yeah, she didn't.
Good.
But she stayed up all night.
Well, I tell you, we talked about it, and to me, we still went overboard. Even with us, we only need a meat and 3 sides, and that's it. That's it. We don't need 5 sides, and we don't.
We don't.
Meat and 3 sides.
And it never fails.
Actually, a meat and 2 sides would be plenty, I think.
The closer we get to Thanksgiving, the more my mama thinks we need to add. And finally, I think I convinced her Wednesday to make whatever she had planned on making above what we initially had planned after Thanksgiving. Because, I can freeze dry leftovers, but I don't have room in the refrigerator for a bunch of extra stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Until we get to that point.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody goes overboard, and it's just tradition.
But I am glad, though, because that leftover turkey and turkey sandwiches is so good.
So good, yes.
So good. Oh, my gracious. And, used to, I wasn't a big turkey fan. I wouldn't. And I thought, and I've said it before on a live stream a few years ago that I thought turkey was a little overrated. But
and you caught some slack for that.
I did. But smoked turkey, the last couple of years, that's how we done it. We bought that Traeger kit and smoked the turkey on the grill, and it's so good. And I don't know, it's good, but ham's good too. But what are y'all? Y'all are turkey? Turkey fan or a ham fan?
I think of ham for Christmas and turkey for Thanksgiving.
I do too, but I saw a lot of people say that they cook ham or having ham for Thanksgiving.
Well, there is no right or wrong, and that's what makes it unique. Is whatever you like is what you prepare.
For my family, we didn't do a turkey. Daddy always did a ham.
And he always put pineapple on
it.
And it was always good.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever said, "Where's the turkey?"
Yeah.
Because that's just the way it was.
That's the way it was.
So, yes, we've always had a turkey.
My buddy Nick over there at Chestnut Hills, Boy, he did it totally different.
He did.
He had a brisket. He did burnt ends. And he said it was unreal.
Really?
The bologna. And he got German bologna.
Where did he buy it from?
Winn-Dixie.
Huh.
And so he smoked a whole piece of bologna, and he said it was unreal.
Well,
I know his brisket was good, but
yeah, I mean, I've never had the smoked bologna, and I went to Zoe's work and picked up the red velvet cake that she made for our Thanksgiving.
By the way,
it's almost gone. There's a piece about like that left.
I had a late night snack last night.
Did you? Well, I told you yesterday evening before I went and put the animals up for the night, I cut me a slice, and that's something I don't normally do. I let the sweet stuff stay to Jason and Mary Carl, but I couldn't help it. So I ate me a slice on my own, and it was so good.
It's so good. And I will tell you why I like it. And I gave them my feedback. It seems like over the last 10, 15 years that the trend has been the sweeter the cake is supposed to be better. And I don't like them when they're super sweet.
I don't either. I don't even like a birthday cake that's overly sweet.
I just don't like it. And Zoe's is not.
It's perfect.
Overly sweet. It is perfect.
It is just perfect. The cream cheese icing and then that moist cake. It was so moist. Oh, goodness.
I came this close to cutting me a piece and having it with my coffee this morning.
Did you?
This close.
Well, we did cut into it Wednesday.
Yeah.
I picked it up, had a doctor's appointment in Birmingham Wednesday and picked it up from Zoe on my way home. And when I brought it home, of course, I showed y'all a picture on Facebook of the cake, and it did not make it through the night. Mary Carl and Jason sliced into it, which I told them, there's no need to save it. Go ahead and have it. It's just us.
So we were up here fixing to watch a show, our nightly TV time, me and Mary Carl. And so we're up here, and she said, we'll always fix us a snack. We're either going to have popcorn or you may cook some something. We always have a snack. So we're up here, and she was starting to wonder what we're going to have for our snack. I said, you want a piece of that cake? She said, can you cut it now? I was like, yeah, sure, we can eat half the cake tonight if we want to.
I went and took a shower, and I came back in the kitchen. Gidget sleeps in a crate at night, so it was time for me to put Gidget up, and I give her a little bone when I put her up, and I saw that cake, and I saw a slice missing, and I just got a grin on my face because I knew that they had cut into the cake. And then I saw where I'd posted my post on Facebook of the cake itself. Jason had posted a slice.
I did.
And
I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
It was good. There's no sense of waiting. What difference did it make?
It's not like we had a big family gathering where
just us.
It's just us.
That's right.
So
it was good. It was
enjoyed our day.
It was good. And I'm already craving the smoked turkey leftovers already too.
Well,
that's good.
Yesterday morning about 10 o'clock, I know this is not what I should do, but I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah.
I used to eat oatmeal every single morning, and it just got to where I really wasn't hungry in the morning. I really didn't need to sit down and eat in the morning. So as time's gone on, I've just missed breakfast. But it was 10 o'clock, and I was getting hungry. So instead of fixing me a traditional breakfast food, I got that plate of turkey out, and I just ate it cold.
It's good cold.
And do you know that that was the only thing I ate until last night?
Really?
Because it held me, it satisfied my hunger craving. Maybe that's what we ought to do every week.
Smoke a turkey?
Smoke a turkey and have it in the refrigerator, and then I won't, my appetite will be we had leftovers last night, so I ate turkey again, but
and a turkey sandwich for lunch.
Turkey sandwich for lunch. Mr. Kaden helped us yesterday.
He did.
He has been such a blessing. We'll get into that later, but so I fixed him. Well, yesterday was the third time he's helped us, And 2 times I fixed him a ham sandwich. He has a peanut allergy, so can't have peanut butter, which is something we do for lunch a lot.
Peanut butter and honey.
But I had some ham for him to have a sandwich. And yesterday Jason asked him, did he want ham or turkey? And he said
turkey. And I was shocked. I thought he would want the ham, but he wanted turkey.
So Kaden enjoyed a turkey sandwich.
Yeah, he did. And I tell y'all, it has been a blessing. Now, we had him so much this week because he's out of school this week.
He's out of school. He's only 16.
That's right.
He is in public school. He's not homeschooled. And he will be going back to school on Monday, unfortunately. Unfortunately. He is a very, very good kid. I can't say enough about him.
He is a hard worker. Lazy is not in his vocabulary whatsoever. 0. He would work to 9:30 p.m. if you let him.
If the lights would stay on.
If you let him, he would.
He's not one of those that you got to tell him what to do more than once.
You don't have to stand over him.
No. You get him started on something and he ain't going to stop.
You don't have to worry about him, And I understand people working and taking a break, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That old
standing around,
that old lazy work. If you're shoveling, you shovel once or twice and stand around there and look at your phone. And I hardly ever seen him looking. I bet I've seen him look at his phone 3 times the entire week, and I'm 99% positive he's texting his mama.
He's a good kid, and I don't personally know his parents, but Catherine does, and she knows that they are very good people. Hence, their child is a very good person.
Yeah,
he's so respectful. Jason and I were talking about
we were just the
yes ma'am and no sir thing.
Yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, and that's just for the most part. To me, it's not like it used to be. But when we were growing up, when we were kids, you said that to any adult. But there was a shift when we got a little bit older. And so it seemed to be the norm if somebody was, 5 or 10 years older than you, and you said, yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. To me, it was more men than it was women, but that was to me. Now, it may not be this case for you, but if you said that to somebody that was a little bit older than you, they seem to get a little offended and say, hey, look, you don't have to call me that. I'm not your grandfather, or I'm not, that kind of thing.
But I remember me being told that and being kind of embarrassed about it.
That's why, and it was so hard for you not to, because that's how you were taught.
It was just being respectful.
And so I remember, I don't know. Then you spend, especially if you were working with someone, you would spend all day trying not to say it, because it's just the way you always said it. Always said it.
So we said to each other many years ago, if somebody says that to us, as we get a little bit older than somebody,
that's right,
we'll never say, don't call me sir.
You don't have to call me sir.
Or don't call me ma'am, because it made me feel awkward when somebody told me that.
Always made me feel awkward.
So he says that, and neither of us say a word. We just know that he is a very polite young man.
Even his text to me are yes sir and no sir.
Yes. And when he leaves here, he will text and say, thank you for the work today.
Oh, he told me, we were on the side-by-side riding around doing some stuff, and it was getting kind of late, and he told me, he said, Mr. Jason, I do appreciate y'all letting me work here. And
before he heads this way, Miss Brooke, I'm on my way. To let, and 20 minutes early.
Yeah, he gets here 15, 20 minutes early.
So I know y'all may be tired of hearing about that, but I am so impressed with this kid.
Yeah, he's awesome, and yeah, he don't care what you get him to do. As long as he's got something to work. I tell you, this tells you exactly what kind of young man this is. Is it? So we were told that he's worked a lot this week.
Yeah,
and he's saving his money. He's not blowing anything. He's putting it up. But he mentioned to his mama that, Mama, I got a little bit of money and I would like to take you out to dinner one night.
Let me tell y'all something. Catherine is friends with his mama, and Catherine's who told me that. I'm going to tell y'all, my heart just melted. I thought to myself, what? You can't get better than that. It just about brought tears to my eyes thinking how good of a kid he is.
Yes.
So, one more thing about him. We were putting out, well, Jason was doing something.
Yeah.
So I was putting out hay for the cows and the goats because they have obviously went through a lot of hay. So I had the cows put out, and I'm at the fence where I've got my goats locked up. Opened that gate, got back on the tractor, and he starts walking towards me. And I looked at him, and he's going 300 yards from where he was.
That's
and
right.
I said, Kaden, do you need something? He said, no, ma'am, I'm going to close the gate behind you.
That's him.
I was just, oh my gosh.
That's him. That is him. So we
struck gold.
Yeah, we did. And we're going, whenever we can use him, we're going to use him.
I wish we could figure out a way to, get him here the entire summer, but I don't want to take away from him working somewhere else because he does such a good job.
That's right.
We really don't have something that we could have him do 5 days a week. But maybe we could work something out with Catherine. And if one more farm, I was thinking you might want to reach out to Brent and see if he could use him one day to help his wife on the farm. And if we could use him 3 days, Catherine use him one, Brent use him one, we can make him a week's worth of work.
I didn't think about Brent. I'll talk to Brent about it.
Because he's a good kid and you don't have to work. And few and far between.
Yeah.
Catherine's had some grown men work for her and not got work out of them. So,
yeah.
And I don't mean your age grown men.
I
mean,
I know.
I'm talking about in their 20s that you would think would have good work ethic.
I know. I had somebody talk to me about one that wanted to help him. Been asking. I want to help you. And this gentleman said, okay, let's go to work. And after about 2 or 3 hours, he was done.
He was done.
He was done.
Yep.
He was done.
No work ethic these days.
I tell you who else is who is glad that she's got a day off too.
Me?
That's Holly.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
No, I tell you, I'm glad I got a day off. I got him. We got him here, and he is, doing stuff and a lot of jobs around here that like weeding but I still came back and helped and got the weeds out. But long story short is that I'll put him on something and then I'll go do something else because I got him here. We can double up on stuff.
We've got more done in these 3 days that he's been here in the whole last year. And that's truthful.
That is truthful. But at the same time, boy, he's working me. He is working me. So, but here's the thing about Holly. So
poor Holly.
So Holly always rides in the side by side. Okay. Always rides in the side by side with me. And then, so the first day Kaden was here, we rode around and Holly was on the side by side, but Holly wants to get in his lap. And
she's like this.
And that's just how she rides with me and wants to lick and all that. And I could kind of tell. Now, he loves Holly. I can tell he likes Holly. There's no problem. And y'all, Holly likes him. Holly is so leery of strangers, but right off the bat, she never barked or anything.
No.
Right off the bat.
She is leery of everybody, but not Kaden.
Not Kaden. So we're on the side by side, and Kaden is all in. Holly's all in Kaden's pocket. And I could tell.
He don't know what to say because he doesn't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah. And I'm like, if I was a 16-year-old and this dog was sitting in my lap and all in my face, and I was trying to get Holly back and I'm trying to drive. So we didn't drive it much the second day, but yesterday we drove it a good bit because we were running, doing this, and this here on the farm. And so just being respectful for him, I would just tell Holly to stay. And Holly really didn't mind. And so Holly, followed beside us on the side by side.
And
she
yes,
did
there's
that.
a back seat, but it's not right to put Kaden in the back seat. And Holly don't understand riding in the back seat.
Well, plus we were using the bed, the side by side. So Holly followed us on the side by side, which is good for her because Holly has so much energy, y'all. So
she needs to
in
work.
the evening times, most of the time I have to take that new ball slinger and I have to throw it 100 times
to wind her down.
And so this was really good. And so yesterday she was
y'all,
she was done for.
I've never seen Holly that tired since she's been here.
It was really, really good for her to get that energy out.
It was. Jason and Mary Carl were upstairs watching TV, and I told Jason, I said, call Holly, because she was downstairs in Dee Dee's bed.
She never gets
Dee Dee's bed's this big, y'all. And she was curled up in Dee Dee's bed. And I knew Dee Dee wanted her bed. So I told Jason to call Holly. And Holly walked like she was 114 years old.
Sleepwalking up there.
To the stairs. And was like, do I really have to come up there? Yeah. So it's been good for Holly too. No ball throwing yesterday.
No ball throwing yesterday. Not much of.
Not much of ball throwing.
Oh man.
So if y'all saw the video where Pocket or Pooky got her feet trimmed.
Yeah.
So I wasn't here that day. I had a doctor's appointment. And I must tell y'all, I was floored at the way her feet looked when I got back. Because I didn't realize that her hooves were too long. I knew they needed to be trimmed a little bit. But that little horse has got the cutest little hooves after being trimmed.
Aren't they cute? They
are so little, and they needed that trim. And her previous owners had been trimming them herself, trying to save, and because she works a full-time job, so a farrier would have not be able to come until the weekend.
Right.
And that little horse's feet are so cute, and I can tell that. When she walked, there was a back hoof. Is that the one that he said was like having a rock in your boot?
Yeah, the frog was a little long.
Was it in the back one?
Okay. Both back ones, the frog was a little long.
So I had noticed when Mary Carl walks her around the farm, when she was on the lead, that sometimes she would favor one of those hooves. And after that, she hasn't. So Derek coming to trim her hooves was such a good thing. And now she's on a regular schedule.
She is. And you didn't know this. He said it just depends, but he guessed that he wouldn't have to come trim her hooves for a couple more months.
Okay.
That a lot of times the minis, for the most part, hooves don't grow as fast as the regular horses do. But for us just to watch it and let him know.
Well, I think we can be a good judge, of when she needs it. And the good thing is Derek's just down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know we say everybody's just down the road. Caden's just down the road.
Well, I mentioned in the video that I was so grateful for the community here.
Yeah.
Just down the road, Kaden and Derek and Brent and Mr.
Catherine.
Greg and Catherine. And I said Nick and Zoe. And
yeah, it is.
It's a really, really nice community.
So speaking of community, not getting away from hooves, but this made me think of something. So there was a post on Facebook, and it was about a pigeon. And I didn't see the post, but Brandy, who is the Clack Shack's wife, reached out to me and sent me a screenshot of the post. And it said, is anybody missing a pigeon in the area? It was kind of on our road, but in the next county, which y'all know that the next county is only half a mile from us. And so I told Brandy, I said, I have no idea, but let me look and ask Mary Carl. And so Mary Carl looked, and she said, you know what? She's been letting her pigeons back out to fly because hawks seem to not be as prevalent right now. She had locked them up in the loft because we had a hawk that was sticking around. Never lost anything, but we know it's out for a quick meal,
right?
Because that's just what they do. So she had let them start free flying again. And sure enough, that picture of that pigeon had a red zip tie on its leg. And that's something that she does with ones that she doesn't band at an early age, because when you band a pigeon, it has to be done as a young bird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, this one wasn't done, so she stuck a zip tie on it. I reached out to the people, and they told us where they lived, and we went down to their place. I have to show you where it is.
Okay.
But I had never met the people before in our community, just the nicest people in the world. Hadn't got the pigeon back yet, but it's going to their house, sitting on the balcony every day eating seeds. So I feel pretty confident that the gentleman will be able to catch it. But where I'm going with this is, they were like, okay, well, where do you live?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, we're on such and such road towards the end. And I said, we have a Holstein steer. Oh, Beth, these are the folks that have that big Holstein steer down at the end of the road.
Oh, that's funny.
Met another nice family in the community. Come to find out, the wife had graduated with my uncle in Selma.
Ain't that crazy?
Small world.
That's crazy.
And just the funny part of it was the mile marker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we always do that. We always say where that big such and such is, and we relate to animals as to mile markers.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the same with Moody, because they knew where the big Holstein steer lived. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
They're the folks with the big steer.
That's right. That's funny.
So they were going to attempt to catch the pigeon again today, and we'll get it back home. But that's something that happens quite
That's
frequently. Right. Pigeons will misjudge.
Mm-hmm.
And while they may be flying with the flock, they might stop for a drink and get lost. And it just happens time and time again. I have lots of you reach out to me telling me, I found a lost pigeon, or there's a lost pigeon in my yard. Best thing to do if you have that is feed it some, if you don't have anything else, some bird seed,
mm-hmm. just
to get it re-energized. More than likely it'll find its way home.
That's right.
This one may find its way home before the man captures it, but it's just something that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't want to keep them locked up if it's safe for them to fly around, because that's what they want to do. They want to just fly. And it's so pretty to see them flying.
It is pretty to see them flying. I saw somebody said that Moody's a mile marker.
He is a mile marker. Moody the mile marker. Maybe I should make one of my big signposts.
Yeah.
And put it out by the road. Moody Mile. Moody Mile. The first day Kaden was here, when you had him weeding the fruit orchard.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time I would, go by or look outside and Mary Cross pigeons were flying over, Kaden was like this, because we hadn't told him about them. But
he asked me about them.
I bet he thought that first day, all these birds flying over. It looks kind of funny.
He asked me about them.
Well, yep. he got the true meaning of a pigeon flock.
Yes, he did.
But I can imagine his thoughts when he saw those birds flying over. What are they doing?
Yeah, he asked me what those were. I said, those are. Oh, yeah. He said, what are? I think he first thought they may have been some strange doves.
Yeah.
And I said, no, those are pigeons.
Yeah, it would be a little interesting to somebody that didn't know she had a flock of pigeons.
That's right.
Why are those birds continuously flying around?
Yeah, it was quite. Yeah.
They weren't flying around this morning. They've got a trap door where they can go in, or they can come out, but nothing else can. I don't know how it works anyway. Shuts it up at night.
Right.
So I guess maybe she hadn't unlocked it for the night.
Yeah.
Last night was the first time we put the Victoria Crown pigeons up.
Ah.
So we have an indoor area.
That's right.
The Victoria Crown pigeons are from New Guinea, so their climate is nothing like it is here. And we don't put them up unless it gets like in the 20s.
Right.
And last night we knew it was going to be in the 20s. And it's usually harder for us to get the female to go up than it is the male. But last night, y'all, first time of the year, Mary Carl and I both anticipated it being some drama. She went, I wish I could show this, but the trap room. Yeah. She walks into the trap room, up the stairs, into her room, like she had done it a million times.
She was ready to go up there.
She was ready to go up. And then the male, he was a little bit more complicated, but we did get him without any problems.
And I do think that I do think ours are acclimated to the colder weather.
They are. Yeah. They definitely are. Now, we didn't cut any heat on where they were. We just wanted to take that wind chill off. So them being blocked, from no air coming in, we feel like that's better than putting a plastic on the outside and it going all winter.
Yeah.
We did that for a couple of years and it just, it just wasn't worthwhile.
And that is some work.
Not only is it work, it's got to be bothersome to them. And then plus that, our weather is so wishy-washy.
It is.
You might have January temps in the 60s and you certainly don't want a plastic.
No, and that's why we made it where you could roll the sides. Remember, we made it where the sides would roll.
But still, it would get rather warm in there.
Oh, it'd get really warm in
like
there.
A greenhouse effect.
Really would.
So having that room for them to go in is much better than, trying to put plastic all over that coop.
Yeah, that was a job, especially getting on the top and stapling it. And I'm glad we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, me
so
too.
Glad we don't do that anymore.
This worked out very well. And when she went into the room, so we've got a big perch in there because obviously they like to sleep high. They don't dwell on the ground. They like to sleep up high. And she goes in the room, and I'm telling y'all, it's been better than it has been in years past. She hopped up on that perch and was just like, here I am.
That's crazy.
Now, when he went in there, he kind of went to the corner and kind of, and I was like, Mary Carl, is he okay? Is he okay? She was like, yeah, he's fine. He's just a little weird about having to come in here for the first time. But we left the light on last night because we wanted him to be able to get up on the perch.
Okay.
He didn't get up there while we were watching. And their vision's so limited when it gets dark that, yes, they were able to sleep with the light on, but it's better than him crashing into the wall.
Because he's a big bird.
He's a big bird.
He's a big bird.
And now, when she went up the stairs, I say that she came in. She walked right up the stairs. She had both of her wings straight up in the air. Both of them, not just one of them. That means
get back.
Look out.
Get back.
And I was the door holder, so I was like, please don't wing slap me. Please.
Get back.
So we're hoping that they will she will lay an egg again in spring when the temperatures warm up.
Happy birthday, Pete. Saw today's Pete's birthday.
All right.
There's old Brad Mayhew.
Hello.
Saw him come up on here. I'll tell you that I found something out that is working for me that I've never tried, and there's a reason why I haven't tried it. But that is, I've talked about over the years I have a hard time finding shoes, and I don't like anything with any type of arch. It's got an arch. It just I can't wear it. It hurts my feet. And so one day, a couple of weeks ago, my insoles have worn out on a pair of boots. And you have bought some insoles on sale, neutral. They were neutral insoles from Tractor Supply. They were like $2.50.
Yeah.
But they were really nice ones. They were like $30 or so.
Yeah. When I saw them, I thought, I'm going to get these and just stock them up because he goes through insoles pretty quick. So
I put the insoles in there and wore them around for it. And next thing I know, my arch gets sore. And I'm like, man, this is so. I took them out, and I don't know why. I left them out and started walking around with no insoles in my boots. And the best thing I've ever done. So I went and I got 3 pair that I wear, and I took the insoles out of all 3 of them. Best thing I've ever done. So I was like, is this crazy? So I Googled it, and it's a thing. It's a thing where a lot of people don't wear insoles in their shoes.
And their feet do better.
And I was like, I cannot believe I've never tried this or thought about it, because you feel like you got to have the insole.
Even with tennis shoes?
I don't know, because I don't wear tennis shoes.
Well, often, I mean, did you really?
I did. I just saw people just took the insoles out.
I say that because Mary Carl doesn't wear tennis shoes because she has the same feet as you.
Right.
she is so hard to please with shoes, boots. I mean, she has one pair of little, we call them her little red shoes, and they get so wore out. I can't find them anymore.
They wore out now.
They are wore out.
They wore out.
I mean, literally wore out. The sole's coming apart from the shoe. But it's the only thing that, and you know why she likes them? They're flat.
They're flat.
They're flat.
They're flat. And I'm not flat footed. I got an arch, but I'm guessing it's not a normal. Maybe it's a little bit flat.
Well, your feet are just like her. Her feet are just like yours.
I see Adventures Me and T mention this, and I would like for them to know I have my alpaca socks on as I speak.
Jason told me this morning when we sat down that he sure was loving his Adventures with Me and T's alpaca socks.
I got them on.
They were very, very warm.
Somebody said get her barefoot shoes. And I saw somebody else say barefoot shoes.
You know who wears those?
Amanda.
And Pockets, yes. Mama and Grandma both wear the barefoot shoes. I'll have to try that with her.
Look into that.
Maybe for Christmas.
I tell you, I had gotten where I couldn't wear that. You know, I have a hard time. You know, I'll try shoes on, and in the store they feel great, but then when I get them home and after wearing them for about 30 minutes, an hour, the bottoms, my arch starts hurting, gets sore, and I'm like, I can't. And it happened to me with those LL Bean boots. And the other day when it rained so bad,
you had to wear them,
and I was like, I want to wear the LL Bean boots. So I'm gonna try it without the insole. I wore them all day.
Do you remember when Mary Carl was in the hospital at Children's one time, and I would stroll her around in the wagon, push her around and stuff, and we make frequent visits to the gift shop for her to have something to do while she was spending time in the hospital. And do you remember those shoes that I bought her?
Yes.
They were like, they didn't have the toes in them like a barefoot shoe does.
But they were like barefoot shoes.
But they were like barefoot shoes. And she loved them.
She loved them.
She wore them until there was nothing left of them. And I don't know why, but we never bought another pair once she changed out of that size. Maybe I couldn't find them anymore. But I certainly don't want her to have to go back in the hospital to go to the gift shop ever to find them. But I can't remember what they were called.
I can't remember what they were called either. Somebody said, "Hey, dude," I got a pair of Hey Dudes.
And I've tried to get her to try those, and she's just a little too picky. But I bet you money she'd wear the barefoot ones.
I bet she would too.
I bet she would. Yeah, she's a picky one. She likes what she likes and nothing different.
Somebody wanted to know where I got the alpaca socks. These come from our dear friends, Adventures of Me and T. They gifted them to me. Now I did buy some that were called Hollow. I think that's right. It's not Hello. I think it's H-O, not H-A. Anyways, they're alpaca socks. Now, the ones Adventure and Me and T gave me are thick and woolly and
much better quality.
To me, the Hallows were made for hot weather. But they wore out really, 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 really quick. And they're pretty pricey. And so I don't think I'll buy any more of those.
Well, here's my question. Okay, so I know that Adventures with Me and T has some alpaca fiber that they actually sell. I don't know if she sells socks that she's made, but if you're still on here, Adventures with Me and T, and you do sell socks or your wool, you can put your link up there. I know they know how to do it.
Right.
To where people can contact you if that is something that you're interested in.
Or they may, if they don't, they may share where they got these from.
Yep. Yes.
Somebody wanted to know, I have 0 insoles in my shoes or in my boots. There's no insole. It's just the bottom.
Just the white.
Just the bottom. They want to know that I take the new one out and left the original. I took the original out, so I have no insole in my shoes.
No insole.
And I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, you know what?
That makes me want to take mine out
and see how it goes.
I don't know if these boots have seen their
flip flops don't have insoles.
All right, so this is what you took out.
Yeah,
this is the factory one.
Yeah, that's what I took out.
Oh goodness, these are. I didn't need to do that.
She said they're outdoor socks.
No, I don't like
You don't
that.
like it?
It makes my shoe so much bigger.
That's
There's
one reason I
so
like
much
it.
more room in my ankle.
It is. It is.
My ankle area
Yep.
has too much room.
That's right.
But that's probably why you like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's going back in.
Simply Making It, Laura says she uses Londas. Is that right?
Yeah.
Alpaca sock or Londa's alpaca for her felt. Oh, she makes felt soap.
Yes. Needlepoint.
Which is
Needlepoint
pretty awesome.
soap. Y'all, I'm here to tell you, I don't know how Laura makes that stuff.
It is super cool.
If you just go to her website and look at it.
And
make sure she still got it on there.
Yeah.
You keep talking.
Anyways, so that is something that people did in the past, was make felt soap. And that's one of those things where you go, who thought of that? Putting felt on the soap, which is really cool, because when you wash hands, it's like having a really cool or wash rag made on you. Made on your bar soap.
It's like Dirty Girl soap, but it's made with felt instead.
There's
right?
one right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all. Oh my God. Black cat.
Mm-hmm.
Laura.
It's cool.
Oh my gosh. All right. So y'all go to simplymakingit.com. Look at this. This is a black cat needlepoint soap
and it's
that
felt,
Laura's
and
made.
It's alpaca. That's what she said.
It is. I saw a thing where she was making it. Look at this one. I thought it was the coolest thing. So I went to her website that day. Look at this one. Y'all make Laura sell out of this soap today.
Aren't they cute? But the felt soap's pretty cool.
How did she do
something that they used to do back in the day was felt soap that was quite common.
Okay,
I'm not quite sure how you do it.
So Laura and I have to get together soon. Well, you too.
Yeah.
And when we go, I want to know, Laura, can you do this for us to show viewers how you make it for a video? Okay, can we add it to a video? Because I want to see how it's done. And I know y'all want to see how it's done too. So yes. Keep that in mind.
Maybe top secret. She may not want nobody.
She may not want nobody to know.
This may be top secret information.
It may be, but I would love to see it done, even if I can't video it.
Yeah.
So it might be that
can happen.
That can happen. And if we need to get you some more alpaca wool, we can handle that too.
That's right.
From Adventures with Me and T.
Yes.
She's got a bunch of the wool stored away that she needs to find homes for. I think it's too cool.
Somebody asked a question about alpaca hair having, is that lanolin like sheep do? I don't know, but I know who will.
Yeah.
Adventures of Me and T. They are the alpaca gurus, especially when that sheep spins her.
She said, "No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't."
I knew she would know. I knew she would know.
Somebody
talking about you. I got tickled. That's why I laughed while you were talking. Somebody said they want to know if Mo and Joe been wearing your boots.
They don't stink until I take that insole out. But you take that insole out, boy, oh boy, there's something trapped down in there.
Funny.
But I must say that my boots have a little leak in them, and Mary Carl and Jason get tickled because when it rains and I come back in the house, they go where the water's squishing around, and my feet don't get wet, but my boots get water trapped in them. So I may need a new pair soon.
But I do want to say that if you got a semi-flat foot and you have a hard time with your shoes, try removing your insoles and see if you like it.
It won't work for me, but it might work for some of y'all.
Somebody else.
Everybody's feet are different.
That's right. I tell you what, and I'm not kidding. The next time I buy me a pair of boots or something and I try them on, I'm taking insoles out of them and trying them on.
Because you'll know that they fit or they don't fit that way.
Because these are my favorites I got on right now. But since you're right, it does make it bigger. And I think they're a little too wide, too big now. But I still wear them. Especially when days like today and I got 2 pairs of socks
That's
on.
what it did to me is it made my ankle area too wide.
Yeah.
Because I wear a 7. Mick Carl wears a 7, which I'm so thankful. I hope her foot didn't get any bigger because I need hand-me-down shoes if she ever gets to wearing anything other than the red shoes.
That's right.
The little red shoes I'm not interested in.
Yep.
I wish I had a little red shoe to show y'all how bad it looks.
Mm-hmm.
But it's simply the fact that she can't find anything she likes.
Yeah.
She'll wear Converse if she has to. If she's going
They're
somewhere.
semi-flat.
They're yeah. She'll wear Converse, but
Mm-hmm.
just very, very picky.
That's right.
She wear.
I saw somebody ask me, did I see the Georgia and Georgia Tech game? I did. Now I'm not going to tell a lie. I did fall asleep 2 or 3 times because it was late. That game was over 11. I actually thought Georgia Tech was going to win, but I should have known better because that's the same thing. Alabama ended up winning, but Georgia come roaring back. 8 overtimes. 8. Almost tied the record at 9.
You know, speaking of that, we've been talking about Adventures with Me and T.
Yeah.
They're big Georgia fans. Remember?
That's right. And I bet midnight. Well, I think they're an hour ahead of us. So
yeah, what a game for them.
I mean, good gracious. That was a game. That was one heck of a game. And I tell you what, that's one of those games that no matter who won or lost, you felt so bad for the team that lost.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you wouldn't be disappointed as a fan, but I guess you would because you watched the whole thing and then your team lost.
Oh my goodness. And then after the game was over with, Kirby and oh gosh, my mind went blank. Both of them coached under Nick Saban. They met at the middle and they sat there and I think hugged each other. It seemed like 5 minutes.
Huh.
I mean, that's how much respect. And you know,
hopefully Alabama and Auburn can hug at the end. And
girl, you know better than that.
I know, that's what I was just thinking. Maybe Georgia people are just
better than that.
Nicer than Alabama because that doesn't happen.
Goodness, and I'm not saying this being funny. I guarantee you that there has been either a Auburn fan cut this on and see I had an Alabama hat on and turned it off. Or I guarantee you that there was some Auburn fans out there that have found out that I was an Alabama fan and don't watch any of our videos anymore.
Well,
would that not be a true statement?
It would be a true statement. It would be a true statement.
I'm telling you.
But
I know that there's rivalries out there, and the one we know is this one, Alabama and Auburn. And I don't think people know how deep it gets.
I asked Kaden yesterday when we were eating lunch. I said, Kaden, are you an Alabama fan or Auburn fan? And he said, Alabama. He's real soft-spoken.
He is.
And
he probably was scared we were Auburn fans.
And he said, are y'all Auburn? And I said, no, we're Alabama. He said, okay.
Now, we're not like that.
No, we're not.
We're not like that.
But a lot
I know
of
people that are. And you know, and it is. I'm telling y'all.
It means business.
This is how bad it is. And I know the people in state know the story. So after every win, Auburn has oak trees, 2 big oak trees, or used to, that they roll with toilet paper. And it's called Rolling Toomer's Corner because it's on the corner, and that's what it's called. And in every game, they roll the trees. There was a fan, Alabama fan, named Harvey Updike.
Is he still in prison?
No, he passed away too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. After a game, and he went and poured poison on those trees and killed those trees, and then called the biggest, which everybody knows it now, Paul Feinbaum, for the most part, if you watch football. But Paul Feinbaum was only in Alabama.
Initially.
It was a talk show only in Alabama. He called in the radio show and said, I poisoned the trees.
Talking
And then
about
people didn't-
100-year-old oak trees.
And people didn't believe it at first until the trees started dying. And of course, they knew then. And of course, the trees did die, and they had to pull them up. Now they got fake oak trees out there now that they roll. But I mean, that's how hated it is. It's an unhealthy rivalry for some people. I can tell you that.
Well, y'all know that
Woo!
I'm not a big football fan. And the reason being is probably because Mary Carl doesn't care anything about it. So it's always been that when Mary Carl was younger, we would go to some friend's house and watch the game, and she had kids to play with, so that occupied her. But now she's to the age where she didn't want to go play on the swing set or play hide and seek.
Right.
So she and I usually do something during a big ball game. And she asked me earlier in the week, what are we going to do Saturday? And I said, I don't know. She said, what time's the game? Well, it's at 2:30. So I've been spinning my wheels trying to figure out what we could do. And one thing that caught our eye was that Head Family Farm, Jacqueline and Eleanor, have been to see the movie Wicked twice. Because
They seen it twice?
Twice. The first time they went, they loved it. Eleanor loved it. And the second time, Eleanor dressed up and they went because it was, it was dress up day. It was fun. And it's a musical, and Eleanor likes to sing. Of course, she got it from her mama, Jacqueline. So I figured out that Mary Carl wanted to see the movie. And that's really not something Jason would be interested in.
I'm not a big musical fan. I'm just not. I don't like musicals really.
And not to say I do either, but
I would sit through it and watch it with
you. You would, but I'm just saying it's something that I would probably enjoy more than you would.
Yeah.
So I told Mary Carl that I think the entire state's going to be shut down.
They will. They will.
So I think that we can probably go to the movies around 2:00, 2:30, and it not be too crowded. So we're going to attempt to see if the theater's crowded this afternoon. I don't know if it will or not.
Probably will not be crowded. Everybody will be watching the game. It's automatic when the
state shuts down.
It'll shut down, and when you're born, usually when you're old enough to talk, you got to figure out which one you are. You're either Alabama or you're Auburn, and it's always like that. It's always, and it's in state that makes it. I know Ohio and Michigan are a big rivalry too, but
So I see somebody saying, "Oh my gosh, Brooke, don't go to that."
Oh, really?
Then the next person says, "You're going to love it, Brooke." Well, it's just
you'll figure it out.
It is what it is. I'm going to see it, and if I don't like it, I sit through it, and so will Mary Carl. Right. So
Mary Carl seems to like musicals. She loved the whole Shakespeare Festival stuff. So yeah.
We will see. We will see. We do want to see A Christmas Carol at the Shakespeare Festival.
We are going to go see A Christmas Carol.
They had a Black Friday sale offering the tickets.
I saw that, but I didn't click on it. It
was like 20% off or something for specified dates that maybe they didn't have many ticket sales for or something. But we do want to see that at some point.
That's right. I was talking about the games. It's, Georgia and Georgia Tech was last night, Alabama and Auburn today. You got Texas and Texas A&M, which is I'm going to watch. The one I'm really interested in is Clemson and South Carolina. I'm telling you, South Carolina is a daggum good team, and they've had some unlucky breaks. They could be the best team in the SEC, in my opinion. And they just had some unlucky breaks. Even with Alabama, they had some unlucky breaks. If those breaks go the other way, they're undefeated in the SEC. They're undefeated in the SEC. Then you got, of course, Ohio State, Michigan today, big game. And then you have Vandy and Tennessee, which normally wouldn't be that big of a game because Vandy's usually not that good. But Vandy is, they could possibly beat anybody. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
Well, I saw somebody just said, not trying to get off the subject of football, but it's a very long movie. So I just looked. It is 2 hours and 40 minutes.
That's 3.
I'm starting to second guess this.
And you know what? Here's the thing that me and Mary Cross talked about it before when we've seen a long movie at the movie theater, and it's been a while since we saw a really long one. But they ought to have an intermission.
Yeah.
Like when you go to a play, if a play's over a certain time, they have an intermission so you can get up and go to the restroom and go get something to drink or whatever you need to do and come sit back down. But at the movie, they don't. You can't hit the pause button.
I tell you what I do every time I've been to the movies. I'm not one that can sit still.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be able to move.
Right,
I need to be able
right.
to get up and walk around.
Right.
And I'm constantly looking at my watch, whether I like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not me to be able to see it. 2 hours and 40 minutes is a long time.
I saw there's several. It's the best 3 hours they've ever seen. It goes by real fast.
Okay, so I'll leave my watch in the car.
And Wicked has an intermission.
Really?
So somebody said. I've been to somebody said they've been to the movies with intermission. I haven't. This is the intermission. Second part comes out. Oh, so it's a 2-part movie.
Huh. Interesting. Maybe I could leave my watch in the car, and then I won't have to worry about it. Because I'm not going to pick up my phone.
Oh,
that
goodness.
would be disrespectful.
That would be. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious alive. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If she wants to see it, I'll see it. But I'm not going to go if the parking lot's slap full and we have to stand in line to get in.
That's true.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I don't like big crowds at the movie theater.
Yeah. Especially when you've been, most time when we go, there's nobody there.
Right. It would be quite a difference if it was crowded.
Because if Mary Carl gets through with her homeschool, and then we can go to the movies,
Yeah.
During the week, there's nobody there.
Well, I told you I thought about getting a Christmas tree today. We go cut a live one. And then I got to thinking it's the first Saturday after Thanksgiving. Everybody's going to be cutting a Christmas tree. I said, let's wait till, a day in the week when it won't be so crowded. So I think we'll wait on that too. I saw that there is, for some reason, and I don't know why this is, a shorter distance after Thanksgiving to Christmas than it usually is. Is it because of the date that it falls on?
There's still,
I'm telling you.
I guess so, because Thanksgiving is not on the same day.
No, it's not on. It's on the last Thursday, but I guess it's because it's at the end of the month rather than.
Yeah, I guess because the way that Thursday hits.
They say that it's only so many days till Christmas, whereas it's usually you get an extra 6 days or something like that.
Right.
That Christmas is going to be here quicker. That's not what anybody needed to hear.
Now, somebody mentioned a movie that I said I don't like musicals, and I don't for most part, but I do like the original Mary Poppins. Now, me and Mary Carl went and saw the they redid Mary Poppins, and it was good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the original. That's a musical, and The Sound of Music. I like The Sound of Music. I remember liking The Sound of Music. Now, maybe if I watched it now, I wouldn't care, but I don't know. But I remember. But you know why? You know what I think now?
What?
I think I like The Sound of Music. It was because that's when the teacher rolled out that TV. Remember the TV they roll out?
I've never seen it, Jason.
But do you remember when they rolled the TV out in the classroom?
Oh, yeah. On the little cart.
On the little cart and put the VCR tape in there.
So you watched it at school?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That was the best day ever when they rolled that TV out.
Oh, yes. Especially right before Christmas break or right before Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
You always had those short days because the teacher had nothing planned for you. And you got to watch, a movie or something. And most people didn't.
So I'm wondering if I like The Sound of Music because the first time I watched it was, when they rolled that TV out, watched it at school.
And yes, I'm aware that you can buy movie tickets online, but the thing is I don't want to go in the theater if every seat's full. That's just not my thing. Yeah. I'd rather go on a day when it's not so crowded.
That's right.
So yes, we have bought tickets online lots of times before the movie, but I want to see how crowded it is before I buy the tickets. And I can't get my money back if I buy them online.
Yeah. But I remember liking the Sound of Music. But somebody said that when they saw the Sound of Music and Gone with the Wind, there was an intermission. I wonder if they saw that in a movie theater or a drive-in, because drive-ins had intermissions.
Wow. I don't remember ever going to a drive-in.
That's where they had, let's all go to the lobby.
Yeah.
Let's all go to the lobby. Remember that song?
Yes.
And that was the intermission.
Okay. Gotcha. Huh.
Oh, Grease was one of my favorite movies ever.
I've never seen it.
As a kid.
Matter
of fact, I would reenact Grease in John Travolta.
Well, y'all can get a little
feel
feel of me not sitting down watching movies, and why Jason is the TV go-to for Mary Carl, because they enjoy it, and it's something that I just don't particularly enjoy. So everybody's different, right?
Everybody's different.
Everybody's different. So 2:30 is the kickoff.
Yes. But it's gonna be 11 o'clock. I gotta look at the schedule. It's gonna be 11 o'clock game. Footloose was good too. So I guess I do like some musicals. I saw Footloose at the movie theater.
I have to tell y'all something that I forgot. When I freeze-dried my eggnog, I was asking y'all if you liked eggnog or you didn't. A lot of people don't like eggnog. My mama's one of them.
Does not like eggnog.
My mama does not like eggnog. However, I love eggnog. My daddy loved eggnog. You love eggnog. So I had the freeze-dried I had some pieces that when I got it off the tray, I just left it in pieces so we could eat it as freeze-dried.
Right.
And then I had the little shapes. So my mama came over and I said, Mama, you want to try this? What is it? I said, it's freeze-dried eggnog. I don't like eggnog. I said, well, just try it. She tried it, and I thought she was going to eat the entire bag. She said, Brooke, this is delicious.
I'm telling you.
And I don't even like eggnog.
It is like an airy cookie. It is just like a cookie.
So she continued to eat it, and she said, I got to stop or I'm going to be sick. But does not like eggnog and loved the freeze-dried eggnog. Mm-hmm. So I got to show y'all what I did with the remainder of the eggnog. I made it into a powder. So in the months that there's no eggnog available, I can take this and add some water and reconstitute it into eggnog. So this is the 2 trays that I left, with the exception of a few pieces. 2 trays went into a quart jar. See how? And I
could probably eat it by the spoon.
You probably could. So I just used my little jar sealer and sealed the lid, wrote eggnog on top so nobody thinks it's scrambled eggs. And I have done freeze-dried eggs before. However, the part that we videoed didn't turn out very well.
Somebody said add it to your coffee, and I bet that would be great in the coffee.
I started to do it this morning, and you had already fixed my coffee, so that's okay.
But I used the last of the creamer in your coffee, so
eggnog creamer in the morning for the win, right?
There you go. Yep.
But
it would be good on ice cream. It would be good sprinkled on ice cream.
Oh, look, Jason, I'll have to pop the seal. But there's some little pieces that I didn't crumble up very good.
Yeah, don't pop the seal.
Yeah, I don't want to pop the seal.
Don't pop the seal. We still got some in there.
I use my little vacuum sealer to
seal
it.
It is good though. It is so good.
But I just wanted to share with y'all that my mama liked it and does not like eggnog. And today's the last day that the Black Friday sale's going on from Harvest Right.
Yep.
So it's their biggest sale of the year. So if you are interested in a freeze dryer and you're thinking about buying one before the first of the year, do it today so you'll get the sale price.
And also, we got our Christmas gift set on the website.
A lot have sold. There's a limited supply of these, and we will keep it up as long as there are supplies available.
And that is
the simmer scents.
Yes.
Which is freeze-dried things for your stove or your crock pot to make your house smell good. A little jar of honey, a peach scented candle, and a small bag of coffee.
And that is the medium roast of coffee.
Medium roast of coffee.
Yep.
And it's packed in some red paper, which Rachel is very good at decorating. Right. With some Cog Hill specialized tape on the outside of the
Yeah,
box.
it's cute. Rachel and Ryan worked hard on that, and Rachel has done an amazing job. Rachel is packing these and shipping them out herself.
She sure is.
Bless her heart.
And I'm glad those two could work
Yep.
together to
Yep.
make this
Absolutely
come together for
absolutely.
some people that had asked about a gift set.
That was a big request.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out how we can make it work, but those two came together and came up with the perfect idea. So,
And yeah, Rachel.
So those will be on the website until they're sold out.
Until they're sold out, and they're going to start shipping out on December 2nd. I was told to be sure to tell people that. So December 2nd is when they're going to start shipping them out. Unless she's ahead of the game, but that's what she had told us.
Yeah, she was going to try to get them all packed
Yep.
up and ready to go.
Yep.
And that way, the cutoff for shipping is December the 18th. Is that
11th.
Right? December the 11th. So
To have it by Christmas.
Yeah.
We don't want to,
And nothing in there has Merry Christmas on the items. It's just on the box.
Yeah.
So it could be, it could be used for anything.
Yep.
Anyway. So.
Oh, I guess.
Is that everything you
That's
have?
all I got written down.
Well, Kaden's coming to help us tomorrow, so that means you better get your rest in today.
Okay, get rested up.
That kid's going to be ready to work.
Oh,
Are we going to have a calendar?
Yes, but they are running behind for
It will
multiple reasons, but it's going to be in January.
The calendar will be available in January.
Yep.
So, and I will have a video out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine it's going to be an update on the Silkies.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, what else? I don't know.
I guess that's it.
Are you finished with your coffee?
Mine's gone.
Mine, I got a little swig left.
For Alpaca Socks, me and T posted that on there.
The link. Oh, it's gone.
It's gone. Gosh, it's so fast. Anyways, Kaden's at G&G. Kaden, tell you what Kaden's doing today. I had to give him a lesson on how to use the post driver.
And y'all know what that means. The T-post driver is being put to use today.
Oh, me.
Michael wants to know if there'll be a Fabio picture
in the calendar.
On the calendar. Yep, Michael, that's gonna make the cover, and you're on the back with your fishing pole.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
No, Fabio didn't make the cut.
Oh my gracious, that's funny.
That's a good thought, though.
Yeah.
All right, Jason. So I will say, may the best team win today. There's no need to get upset over any win or loss out there. Not just talking about Alabama Auburn.
That's right.
Anybody that's a football fan, it's just a game. It's meant for entertainment. So don't cause any drama. It's just a game.
That's right.
It's just a game. You remember that, right?
Remember that.
Just a game.
So them folks have to go see their coworkers on Monday morning.
Neither Jason nor myself have ever been to an Alabama Auburn game.
I have.
You have?
Me and Starsky went. You don't remember?
No.
You even made a Facebook post. This is my husband's first ever Alabama and Auburn game.
I don't remember. I'm telling y'all. I don't think that I have a memory problem.
Me and Starsky went one year.
I remember y'all going to the Florida State game.
Me and Starsky went to the Alabama and Auburn game too. But it was the year that I think it was Gene Chiswick's last year.
Why didn't I go? Was Mary Carl alive?
You didn't want to go.
I would go now.
You did not want to go. Alabama was a heavy favorite, and they beat Auburn pretty good.
We're probably getting into Lester's time.
Yeah.
So we better go. But anyway, y'all have a good day, and may the best team win.
Y'all be good.